What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the DS Asylum. I'm your Order the Mitch's Shrine, and you can tell the coffee has not been had yet. Anyway, today I'm going to be kind of redesigning Gogeta. Not entirely. What we're going to do is we're going to take his existing kit, and I'm going to try and just make small tweaks to it. I'm not going to try and change his kit entirely, because he doesn't need an entire overhaul. He just needed some things. He just needed certain things. In terms of his typing, however, like not his color, but his actual type, I've heard some things floating around. A couple people throughout my comment section have said that Gogeta should have been a defense type. I actually don't agree with that. I think, honestly, okay, hear me out. I think Broly should have been a defense type. The reason why is because I think throughout all of the hype that the movie had, we sometimes forget that Gogeta versus Broly was one of the most one-sided fights in the history of Dragon Ball. And like, Broly amounted almost zero offense against Gogeta the entire time. However, no matter how many times Gogeta would punch Broly in the face, Broly would just keep coming and coming and coming. No matter how many times Gogeta knocked Broly down, he would keep getting back up. He would keep coming after Gogeta. And at the end of the day, isn't that the whole point of a defense type? To take hit after hit after hit, but not go down? Truthfully, Broly should have been a defense type. Just saying. So I don't mind Gogeta's whole melee type thing. It's not like he needed to be taking a million hits as it is. I mean, hell, Broly only hit him like 3 times, like 3 or 4 times throughout the entire fight. But obviously, it'd be better if his defenses were better. The crazy part is, right? His defenses aren't horrible. They're better than UI Goku's, I think. Hold on. Before I say things that I don't actually know, let's check UI Goku's defenses. Whoops. I forgot. The Z power gives you that level 1 BS. Oh yeah, they're significantly higher than UI Goku's. That's the crazy part. Gogeta's defenses are significantly higher than UI Goku's, and yet he still doesn't take a hit because everyone just has ridiculous offenses. So, in terms of the actual defensive stats, nothing really needs to change. It's not his defensive stats that's the problem. It's the fact that he doesn't really have that much in the ways of sustained damage cut. And by much, I mean he literally has nothing. He literally has nothing. Throughout his entire kit, there's no form of sustained damage cut. Except right here. That way you can kind of just throw his green card out and not care too much. Even though 30% for 5 timer counts is nowhere near enough. So let's just go ahead and start messing with his kit a little bit. The actual stats, he needs more health, alright? 1.9 million health? Nah. Bump that shit up to like 2, like, legit. I'm about to give him like Zenkai level health and give him like 2.5, alright? Because he doesn't have that much in the way of sustained damage cut, and he's not a defense type. He needs more goddamn health than this. So we're gonna give him like an outrageous level of health. Just give him like 2.5 at 3 stars. Keep in mind, these are 3-star stats. I'm not even looking at his 14-star stats. 3-star, 2.5 million health, to hell with you. His key restore speed could be a bit faster, but it's not terrible. It's not terrible. Critical could be higher, a lot higher. That critical sucks, in fact. Like, I'd say give him like a 4 point. a 4.0K, like a 4K, 4.0K, a 4K on the crit for 3-star. That seems fine. Make his defenses even. Just make them both 130K. I don't know why one needs to be 130 and the other needs to be 129. Just give him 130 on both. His blast attack, honestly, probably should be a little, actually both his offenses should probably be a little higher. But at the same time, he's got a lot of damage buffs in his uniques, so I guess they don't really need to be. But I would actually also make his strike and blast equal. I know what kind of melee type has equal stats, but actually, when you think about it, there's a lot of units that say melee type or say range type, and either both offensive stats are equal, or like it's a range type but the strike stat is higher than the blast stat. It's freaking weird. So that's pretty much all that needs to be changed about the stats, just small little tweaks. Strike can stay the same, blast can stay the same, blast armor is good. Massive impact, 30% damage inflicted. Honestly, the super can change, or can stay the same. I don't understand why it needs to nerf health restoration, but I mean, whatever. Alright, green card time. Alright. So, here's the big change, right? I wouldn't have given him a counter. Alright, if you want my personal opinion on the matter, you want my version of Gogeta, I wouldn't have given him the damn counter. I would have just had that be his cover change and just left it at that. Honestly. I would have just had his green card be this. This right here. Draw strike arts next. Restore his own ki by 40, 50% the damage inflicted for 10 timer counts. And then maybe inflicts enemy with no switching for 5 timer counts. I would have just had that be his green card. I wouldn't have done this whole counter BS. I would have just had that be his damn green card. And you want to know how much better that is? You don't actually have to counter anyone in order to get those buffs. You can do that shit mid-combo. Maybe don't lock them in. Maybe have a condition on the lock-in, maybe. I don't know what kind of condition. Maybe like it'll only lock in Sagas from the movies character or something. I don't know. Because, locking in for 5 counts just off a green card is pretty gnarly. So, but even just the draw the strike arts, restore ki by 40, 50% the damage inflicted for 10 timer counts. I mean, just that by itself is a busted green card when it's not a part of a counter. So truthfully, at the end of the day, I would have just made that his green card. To hell with this counter. He's got the cover change, and the cover change and the counter are the exact same thing, the exact same animation. He doesn't need the exact same animation in 2 places. He just doesn't. Not for the most hype LF ever. No, you're not doing that. Supreme impact damage, it's fine. 30% ultimate damage, fine. Nullifies endurance, fine. Blast armor, fine. Ultimate doesn't need to change. Main ability, draw the ultimate, restore health by 30. Ki by 40, gain attribute upgrade, minus 100% sustained damage cut, nullify attribute downgrades and abnormal conditions. Absolutely fine. I got nothing else about this main ability. The only thing I would like to see with this main ability is actually no. I was gonna add like arts card draw speed to it. But he's a Legends limited unit. I feel like he should just have that when he enters the battlefield. So yeah. Good enough main ability. Does both attacks, that's fine. Alright. Applies following effects. Battle starts, 60% the damage inflicted cannot be cancelled. It's fine. Reduce damage received by 30%. Make it 50. The only difference is, instead of a cannot, it can be a cannot be canceled buff, but make it a timed one. So make him reduce damage by 50% for like the first 30 counts. And then after 30 counts, then it can be 30. Like, reduced damage received by 30%. So, because we all know, it's really those first, like, 20 counts of a match that really determine who's going to win. Because those first 20 counts determine who has the first Rising Rush. And usually within 20 counts, at least one of your characters are dead, so... It'd be nice if Gogeta wasn't the one that just gets insta-killed. 50% to key recovery, fine. Nothing to add there. Alright, applies following effects itself when this character enters the battlefield. Restore health by 10, really good. Key by 30, really good. 20% the damage inflicted, really good. Nullify enemy special cover change for 10 counts, really good. What we're adding to that is fucking Arts card draw speed. He doesn't even need it for that long. 10 counts. 10 counts. Arts card draw speed. 10 counts. He doesn't need it for that fucking long. Just give him 10 counts of Arts card draw speed, for Christ's sake. Truthfully, he's supposed to be the most hype unit in the history of Dragon Ball Legends. I would just give him permanent card draw speed, like Kefla. But that's just me. I actually want to make Gogeta worth all the hype. I would give him permanent card draw speed, but if you don't want to do that, at least give him 10 counts of it when he enters the battlefield. I don't think you understand how important Arts card draw speed is. Not only is normal Arts card draw speed horrible, but so many good units have Arts card draw speed nowadays. You have to have it. Alright, 25% the damage inflicted against tag powerful opponent, that's fine. Probably would have made it 30, just, you know, even number. Applies the following effects upon landing a strike or blast art. 10% damage inflicted, up to 50% cannot be cancelled. I mean, it's one of the better build-ups. He only has to use 5 moves. So, I mean, I guess I can keep that. 5% ultimate damage up to 30 cannot be cancelled. Just make it 10. I mean, why? Why am I waiting so long? I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. By the time you use your ultimate, you've probably already done all that. I don't know. It's a pretty random ability, if I'm being honest with you. And then he's got the cover change. We do keep the cover change. So, like, you've noticed I haven't actually changed that much. I gave him more health, made his offenses equal, made his defenses equal, removed the counter aspect of his green card, and then just gave him a bit more a bit more reduced damage, and some Arts card draw speed. That's it. That's all I needed. And truthfully, you could get away with not changing the stats at all except the health. That health is really low. So aside from the health, you can get away with not touching the stats at all. One other thing that he could use is during his cover change, he should get reduced damage. He should get cover cut. Just like Merge Zamasu, he should have like some 40-50% cover cut. Maybe not 50, but like 40% cover cut. When he switches, when he cover changes. That way, if they do call out your cover change, you're not just screwed. That's what kills Gogeta so often. People chuck a blast card at you, you switch Gogeta in, oh no, I'm not countering that, and then he just dies. Because he can't take a hit. So if he had some form of cover cut, he might actually be able to survive, you know? So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's really all I had to do to make Gogeta worth the hype. Give him a bit more sustained damage cut, give him some cover cut, give him some card draw speed. Again, me personally, I just give him the Kefla style permanent card draw speed. But if you don't want that, 10 counts when he enters the battlefield every time. That works too. Removed the counter aspect of his green card, but basically kept the actual buffs that he gets from it. And gave him more health. Balanced his stats out more. That's it. That's all you gotta do. It's not that hard. And voila, Gogeta is now one of the best units in the game. If not the best, that is not a Zenkai. I don't get what was so hard about that. But let me know what you guys think of my improved Gogeta in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that join button if you can, it really does help the channel out. All the links you could ever want in the description down below. And I will see all of you inmates back here at the asylum for the next video. Peace.